welcome to another video. Today I am going to be doing the Get to Know Ya tag. I was tagged by Laura Mays and I will leave the link to her video down in the description. She is very lovely. I highly suggest you go and check her out, of course. And pretty much this is a tag where you will get to know me. Can't really give it much more of an explanation than that. So I'll just get straight into it. There are 12 questions in this tag, so it's not a quick one. Okay, so question number 1. What is your favourite book? My favourite book is probably Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. If you didn't see that coming, where have you been? I love that book very much. It is my top recommendation to everyone. If you haven't read that book, go and read that book. I don't actually have it on me because I've actually lent out my copy to someone that I've forced to read that book. Other than that though, if we're going for YA, I have to say ACOMAF because that book gave me so many feels. Question number 2. What was your favourite book 5 years ago? How old was I 5 years ago? I would have been 14. Okay, I would have been in high school. I will probably say, this is just a guess because I cannot remember what my favourite book was 5 years ago. I'd probably say I Am Number 4 by Pirkus Law because I've reread this book 11 times and I think approximately 5 years ago was probably when I read it for the second time. I don't know, I am just guessing because I can't remember that long ago. But I think it was probably this one. Question number 3. What is my favourite series, duology, trilogy, whatever? And obviously I have to go with the Southern Reach trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer, which is Annihilation, Authority and Acceptance. I love that trilogy a lot. Similarly though, I also love the Howl's Moving Castle trilogy, so I could say that one. Also, you know, it's kind of an obvious one, but the ACOTAR, ACOMAF, ACOWAR series, so the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, is also high up on there because I really enjoy them books. So, can I have 3 answers to one question? Because I'm gonna give 3 answers to one question. Next! Question number 4. The last book you read. Sorry if I'm looking down, I've got all the questions written out on a notepad down here. That would be Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. I haven't done a book babble on it yet, and I will, but it's gonna be an incoherent one, because, well, I'll do a book babble and you can see my opinions there, because I don't really want to talk about it right now. Question number 5. The last book of poetry you read. The last book of poetry I read would have been when I was in sixth form doing my English A-levels, and that would be The World's Wife by Carol Ann Duffy. We were doing feminist I say we were doing, we got a choice and I was doing feminist poetry, and The World's Wife is Carol Ann Duffy's retelling of fairy tale females, but switching up the roles completely. So one of the poems that I studied in more depth was Mrs. Beast, which is Beauty and the Beast, but the beauty is more beastly than the beast. That was the last book of poetry I read, which was actually a really long time ago now. Question number 6. What book influenced your life? This is really difficult because I don't know what book influenced my life. I don't think there is necessarily a book that's changed my life and changed my perspective on things, but a book that's influenced my life in a sense that it's kind of got me into loving what I love now would be Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I love this book. I love Neil Gaiman. This book kind of got me into fantasy, I suppose. It's really good and I really need to reread it so I can do a proper video on it because this book is very dear to me. Question number 7. A book that made you ugly cry. And the only book I can think of that has made me ugly cry is one that comes with a bit of a story. I would have to say The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, but I read it over 4 years ago now. 4 years and a month. The reason I can remember the exact date that I read this book is because I was reading it whilst my mum was giving birth to my sister. I was in the hospital with her, I was with my mum while she was giving birth, and I was reading this book and I'd got to the really sad bit where I was sobbing, ugly crying because of this book. And I remember one of the midwives saying to me, "Oh, are you crying because you're watching your mum go through this horrible pain? Are you getting emotional about it?" And I was like, no, this book is just really sad. So the midwife thought I was crying about my mum giving birth while I was actually just reading a really sad book. And I did read it in the time that it took my mum to give birth to my sister. So there you go. Question number, what are we? 8. A book that made you laugh. I think I've relatively recently said a book that has made me laugh out loud is Nimona by Nimole Stevenson. This book absolutely made me laugh out loud. It was really funny, just feel good, funny book, and I really enjoyed it. I laugh out loud at a lot of things in books, to be honest. Like, I think I've mentioned before, but ACMAF, some of the things that Reese says really made me laugh. If there's something funny in a book, I will laugh at it. I'm just that sort of person. Moving on, question number 9. Character you would like to be for a day. This is quite difficult because all characters have like traumatic things happening in their lives. None of the characters that I love like have ever had it easy the whole time. But this says for a day. So if I have to pick a day in this character's life, I am hands down gonna say I would love to be Feyre on a day in Velaries with Reese. None of the traumatic stuff, just a day with Reese, being all happy and stuff. That would be who I would be for a day. Question number 10. A book that was so good you dreamt about it. And I have to say The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, because I read that fairly recently. My book babble is up on it, and oh my god, that book was like insanely good. Like so good. So good. I can't tell you enough how good that book is. If you haven't read it, go and watch my book babble on it and just listen to me tell you how good that book is and how much you need to read it. And if you have read it, you'll know what I mean. That book is insane. Next, a book you DNF'd. So, book I didn't finish. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I hate that book. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Like, I can't tell you enough how much I hate that book. I've gone from talking about a book I love to a book I absolutely cannot stand. I got over halfway, but I couldn't do it. It was making me so annoyed to read it that I just threw it away. Don't have it anymore. Didn't finish it. Just got rid of it because it was terrible. Another book that I didn't finish, and I want to say that I am going to give this one another go because I want to finish it. Like, I really want to, but I kind of hit a wall with it and put it down and haven't picked it up since. And that is Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which is obviously the second book to Illuminae, and I absolutely adored Illuminae, so I'm kind of like stuck for a reason why I struggled with Gemina so much. I think it kind of felt like I was reading the same book again but with different characters. I wasn't connected to this new set of characters. Like, I'd invested so much time in the first set and I just couldn't connect with the second lot. I got like 200 pages into it and I just hit a wall and didn't finish it. But I do hope that eventually I will pick it up again and hopefully enjoy it the second time. I don't know. The last question on this tag is question number 12. What book are you most excited to read? There's a lot of books that I am very excited to read, but a book that I recently bought that I'm really excited to pick up and get involved in is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I am so excited to get involved in this world, in this story, with these characters. I am just really looking forward to it. Similarly though, I'm also really excited for The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater because I love the Raven Boys so much. So Dream Thieves is here somewhere. Oh no, it's not. I left it at my boyfriend's. I don't have it on me. But I'm excited to read that one as well. And another one that I am so excited for is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas, but obviously that's not out yet. But as soon as that book comes out, whatever I am reading is being dropped. Maybe I'll try and schedule my reading so that I'm not reading anything the time it comes out, because as soon as that book is in my hands, I am gonna just devour it. I know it's gonna happen. So excited for that one. And there we go, that is all 12 questions on the Get to Know Ya tag. Thank you to Lauren for tagging me. I have enjoyed doing this and I hope you have learned something new about me, and I am going to tag a few people to take part in this tag if they would like to. So I am going to tag Melanie from It's a Bookish Thing 13, Brittany from Brittany Reads, Kayla from A Path of Pages, G from Book Roast, and Jess from Between the Lines. I hope you all take part. Okay, so yeah, I'm done now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Chat to me down in the comments, and if you fancy subscribing, I'm always eternally grateful for that. And I will see you next time. Bye!